How big does your list need to be? Mrs. As we say in England. For you, those of you across the pond, you have absolutely no idea what that means, I'm sure. But we think it's funny. So, me and my friends, it's John, it's Marketing for Owners, the podcast, the place where we learn to create a self-marketing company that just does its marketing on itself, auto-magically, getting leads, getting customers, while you do the work you should be doing, or the things you'd rather be doing. Choice is yours. It's very possible. I do this. Anyway, so lists. So a secret of marketing online. Let me tell you, the number one secret. Are there other secrets? I've probably told you there's quite a few top secrets, but to be honest, this is it. The money is in the list. Da-da! Now, some internet marketers, they will spout that line, the money is in the list, as if the list is meaningless. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the way to make money online, unless you are a direct e-commerce site, okay, like Amazon or like my fire safety company, Fire Protection Online, and it's still in the list as well. The way is to get people to opt in to give their email address, to add that email address to an email service provider database, and then to nurture those people via email over a period of time to get them to know you, to get them to like you, and to get them to trust you. And once they get past the trust place, then they are ready to buy. And that is what it's all about. The great thing is that because you take a little longer developing that relationship, it means A, you develop a relationship, yeah, pretty cool, huh? And B, you've cemented a longer term customer. They have invested time in you, in getting to know you, getting to like you, and getting to trust you. It's very, very important. It's not this one-hit wonder stuff. So that means, and yes, I've told you before, that when someone comes to your website, the first thing they need to see is some form of offer that asks them for their permission to market to them in exchange for something of value that they're going to get for free. We call this a lead magnet. Could be anything. Honestly, go to the website or go back through the old podcasts, previous episodes. We've discussed this often, of the many, many different types of lead magnet that can be created very simply. And then they will opt in. That email list should never ever be kept on your own servers or on your own computer. You should never use your own email service to email these people. It must be done through an email service provider. Common names are Aweber, MailChimp, Infusionsoft, ConvertKit, iContact, Constant Contact, companies like that. We use Aweber here. In my main business, we also use Aweber. In my second, another business, we use MailChimp. So quite experienced with a few. To be honest, Aweber works just great. So a lot of people will then, once you've established that you need to build a list, and you need to be list building all the time. All right, just to remind you as well, your website has two purposes. I'm going to assume you are not a government, right? So your website has two purposes, two options. It can do either option A, sell stuff. Again, Amazon, Tesco, Walmart, Fire Protection Online, mine. They sell stuff. Option B, to capture somebody's details and email address so that you can sell them something later. Because not everyone's ready to buy today. Yeah? So anyway, like I say, we've discussed this before. We will discuss it again. So once you capture those leads, and bear in mind that e-commerce sites are also capturing email addresses when you make a purchase, and they have the option to add them to an email service provider. So how big does that list need to be? Of course, the bigger the better, surely. Like Facebook, like Twitter, surely the more followers you've got on Twitter, the better. Surely the more followers you've got on Facebook, the better. Well, no, not even slightly. If you're aiming for numbers and if you are just after the numbers, you're really missing the point. You need to treat people as individuals. So if you have a list of 10,000 people, fantastic. I can show you people with lists of 200 people who can get more sales from it. And why is that? Because they put that effort into nurturing. Now, they wouldn't call it nurturing, they would call it building a relationship. They get to know those people. And you may think to yourself, well, how does that work? This is email, it's so impersonal. Well, they get personal. And what I mean by that is that they allow people into their lives. They allow people to truly get to know them. They will explain their life's journey, how they came to be, how they came to this point, how they started their business, how they were supported, all their failings, what money was invested, what debts were run up, what successes have been had, people who've learnt from them and succeeded too, and what it's meant for their lives, when they've had kids, when they've got married, moving to a new house, being flooded by storms and having to renew things and everything like that. Once you allow people in, people truly get to know you. Then they get engaged. They feel like they're friends. And this is the true secret to email. And that's why a lot of e-commerce companies go wrong, because they're so impersonal, because they have mass numbers and they just want to send out offers. People might buy after a couple of offers, but after that, they're bored. That's it. They delete and that's gone. Whereas I know people such as there's a guy called David Siteman Garland. He has a business called Rise to the Top. You can Google it. I think the website is risetothetop.com. He will talk often about having a small list, and he has the numbers of when he had a very small list and made a load of money. But if you sign up for his email list, the guy is great. He's American, so to a lot of us English we may think is a little over the top, but it's just the way he is. He's okay, but he's genuine, and people like that. And I know others. There's Nikki Elledge Brown, there's Amy Porterfield. They have a way. They have a way that allows you to feel like you know him. The other day I interviewed Chris Ducker, great guy, for an upcoming podcast. And I've seen him on video, I've read his emails, I've seen him on Periscope. And as I said at the beginning, just in the preamble, I said that I actually feel like he's my mate. I feel like I know him. I feel he's a mate of mine. I said, so sorry if I come across too informal at times, because I feel like I know you. And he said, thank you very much. That's a very kind compliment. It didn't even occur to me I was complimenting. I was just telling him as it is. But that's what he's trying to do. And that's the way. So your list size does not matter. What does matter, and I want to stress this, is that you start building a list today. Not yesterday. Start today. Okay. We'll talk about lists again. So today, book for the week, my good friend John Jantz, he has, I think this is probably going to be his third book on the list. If you remember, we interviewed John recently. Very smart guy. Really, I really look up to him. Really admire what he does. But this book is called The Commitment Engine. Now, on the description, what does it say? It says, making work worth it. But I can't even say it. Making work worth it. right? And that is it. It's one of the only books I've actually seen written on the subject. More about the structure and everything else and getting your staff involved. Oh, it's wonderful. It shows how to get people to commit to your business. It's such a darn good book. Now, if you would like a free copy of that book, or if you'd like a free copy of any of the other 60 odd books that we've recommended over the last year or more, then please just go to marketingforowners.com/free book. That's one word, free book, and go see what you have to do to get one. It doesn't take much. You will get a brand new one shipped from Amazon at our expense anywhere in the world. Anywhere. Try it. It's going to be good. If you want to know more about the podcast and read the notes on this or see any of the others, just again go to the website at marketingforowners.com/podcast. Or if you're watching on mobile, listening on mobile, I think if you just click the artwork, you should be able to go to it. Something like that. You'll figure it out. I'll see you tomorrow.